a text out for next Thursday night at Opera. So who am I sending a text to? Dolores +1, Margaret +1, Jennifer +1, Jackie +1. Those people, just to put the invite out to all of them, except Melissa and Joe. I'm not invited. You know the camera's on. We're filming, right? Oh, okay.
Teresa got caught red-handed. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and let's talk about episode 13 of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Ladies are back from Ireland and we see Danielle having a good time with her husband and her children. Her children are hilarious. Then her mom comes and she basically catches them up on what has been happening in Ireland. She tells them how the ladies were mean girls and everybody was mean against her. And at this point, I'm just tired of hearing Danielle complaining. She ran her mouth. Rachel went and told that's what the show is about. I understand that she's upset, but I feel like she's dragging it, and I'm honestly annoyed. Let me all know what you think in the comments. At some point, she talks about the gossip that Jennifer and Teresa told her about Melissa that was allegedly started by Margaret. She feels like now that she knows about it, it is a responsibility to tell Melissa. And I'm like, girl,
Shut up.
like she likes the drama, right? Like, why would you want to get into that? Just chill, you know? Or maybe she wants to tell her because she knows it was on camera and eventually Melissa would know about it. I don't know. But if it was her, I would say something like, I want to stay out of it. I don't want it to be my business. That Danielle wants to make it a business. Danielle wants to be the one that tells Melissa about it, and I honestly don't know why. Next, we have Rachel and her husband. They're going to see a lawyer because she wants to start the step to adopt a stepson. And I was like, wow, great. You know, this is a good thing. We already had some background. Basically, she is the only mom that he knows. His biological mom has not been present, and she wants to make it official. She has in her heart to do it. So when they go and talk to the lawyer and they tell them the steps that needs to be taken, she got upset because the lawyer said that they first gonna have to serve the biological mom to ask her if she is willing to like renegade a right on the child before she can even get it. And Rachel is upset because she feels like, why does she have to ask that lady that has never been there for the young boy if she is okay with me, you know, being his official mom on paper? And I'm like, yeah, I understand why she is upset. I understand this is a difficult situation, but I really feel like they might be making a mistake by bringing this on TV. This is just extremely delicate. And at the end of the day, a biological mom remains a biological mom. You know, like things may change. We've seen situations like that. So I don't know. I just feel I understand how Rachel feels, but at the same time, I really wonder if this is the right thing to bring this on TV. Let me know what you think in the comments. Next, we have Jennifer and her daughter who have a funny moment here.
You know how you always tell me to wear lingerie for daddy? I always do.
Like, girl, I think that Jennifer takes a younger daughter like her friend. Like that little girl knows way too much, and I feel like that might be Jennifer's fault. I think that Jennifer needs to be careful the things that she said in front of that child. She is a beautiful child. She's smart. She's witty, but she knows too much. She knows too much, and that's probably because I felt that sometimes um roles are a little bit blurred. I think that Jennifer might use a daughter as a friend. Let me know what you think. I'm getting that vibe a little bit. Jennifer husband comes in and the daughter wants to talk about, you know, the underwear, and the father is like, that is not appropriate for you to talk about that. And I'm like, yeah, this is not appropriate for the little baby to talk about that. I mean, it's funny. Come, that little girl, she's hilarious, but at the same time, we have to be reminded that she is a child. Jennifer and her husband, they catch up, telling him that she feels that whenever she was in Ireland, the children were calling her a lot for things that he should have been able to help with. He's saying that he wasn't really present because he was busy with work, and Jennifer is upset with it. And a part of me feels like, man, I understand because she's a doctor wife and it seems like he is extremely busy. And a part of me also feels like, man, you choose to have 5 children and you are a doctor. So you have to be knowing that this was gonna be a responsibility. And it is not just about you providing. I think that Jennifer husband thinks that because he is providing financially, everything that's emotionally is like the mom's responsibilities, and that's just not how this works. The children are still going to need their father to be present, to be interested in what they have going on. I think that he also have pressure because he said himself that he's going to have to take those five children, pay for those five children college, and it's a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure. They definitely are a successful couple. Jennifer is bringing in a lot of money, being part of Real Housewives of New Jersey, and she is a main character for sure. And then she's telling him if he's open to go to therapy, and he's like, no. And I'm like, child, you're gonna have to go back to therapy because obviously y'all still need some help to be able to communicate and find a middle ground. Jennifer complained that she feels that he's not compromising enough, and I understand why she would feel that way. I don't know, but they definitely need the therapists. Let me know what you think in the comment. Next, we have Teresa and her daughters. They're going to go and try their bridesmaid dresses, and they're all so beautiful. At some point, Teresa ex-husband Joe called one of his daughter, and they're showing the dress. And then Teresa tells him basically that she wishes for him to be able to come back to the States and stuff, and he's also thanking her. She's emotional. It's nice to see that they are in good terms. It was good for both, for the daughters to see their parents getting along. So that was a very cute moment. Next scene, we have Margaret and her friends and her mom. Y'all know Margaret got a whole lot of friends. And having, they're catching up. It seems that Margaret has been helping one of her best friends, maybe her very best friend, because she has a lot of friends, who is going through a divorce. And she has a young son or maybe a grandson. I don't really know, but he's been living with Margaret and the husband, and it has been good for them to have them along. So they talk about their friendship, talk about family and everything. And then at some point, Margaret's mom said something like, Teresa is not really nice to Melissa. I don't understand why. And I'm like, see, this is why you don't want your family business in the street like that. Like, you have people that are not your family member casually talking about them like they know something. That stuff is crazy. Next, we have the Gorgas. They're at home and they're reading the oldest daughter grades, and it seems like she's been doing a great job. So they're like congratulating her and everything. She's such a pretty girl. Then at some point, they start hearing a lot of noise and they're going outside. Is for their daughter who is super emotional, super excited. It's a beautiful car. The person I like the most in all that is Gino, the son. Happy birthday! He don't care about nothing. He just want to see what's inside that car. I don't even know if he actually like congratulated his sister. He has like typical teenager behavior, but yeah, that was a beautiful scene, beautiful family scene. She's really emotional, really excited, and her parents are really proud. So it was really nice. Next scene, we have Dolores and Frank who are meeting at a restaurant, and when Frank comes in, they talk, and things get a little bit intense here.
Place for Pauly.
What are you talking about?
It's not. It's our family. It's the
Wait a
four of
second.
us. Just want us. You're almost like you're off limits. Sorry.
This is the face of a man that regrets cheating and destroying his family. Dude, this is your fault. And I felt that because things really didn't change for him after they got a divorce, he probably thought that this was going to be this way forever. I have so much respect for Dolores for setting her boundaries, expressing herself so nicely, so clearly explaining that she wants Pauly to be included. This is the man in her life. She's serious about him, loving the way she is approaching it. She's standing her ground. She sees right through Frank's, game, and she is not letting up. She's making it clear that it's not Pauly demands, that it's her. So she's protecting Pauly in that. I mean, ladies, for all of you that are going through that, take note from Dolores on this. Like the way she's going about it, it ain't no back and forth. Like, Frank is crying because he don't want to be with another woman than he really wants to be with. Like, if he wants to be able to live the married life with Dolores and still be able to fuck around with as many women as he wants to. okay? And he doesn't want Dolores to bring another man. He has an issue. He has an issue, and I'm so proud of Dolores for standing her ground. Period. Let me know what you think in the comment. Next scene, it is Teresa's bachelorette. She doesn't know she has one, so we see her in the car with her daughter. She thinks that they're just going to go on lunch. And on the other side, we have Jennifer that came in with her younger daughter again. And I'm like, Jennifer, can you please leave that child at home with the other siblings? I know the camera loves her. We all love her. She's beautiful, but what is she doing there? Everybody's coming in. We see all the ladies comes in at some point. Danielle comes in and it's kind of awkward with Margaret, but they still say hi. And listen, I'm tired of Danielle still talking about the same stuff. I don't care. Okay? Teresa is in the car with her daughter. She received the call from Luis, and this happens here.
Listen, I'm going to send a text out for next Thursday night at Opera. So who am I sending a text to? Dolores plus one, Margaret plus one, Jennifer plus one, Jackie plus one. Those people, just to put the invite out to all of them, except Melissa and Joe. I'm not inviting them. But you should have...
You know the camera's on. We're filming, right?
Oh, okay.
Y'all got caught red-handed, and it was so interesting how at some point Teresa was like, no, we need to move on, you need to be real. Even your daughter were like, no, they don't need to be there. Like, it is clear that your family don't want Joe, Melissa, none of them there. I wonder why you even invited her to the bachelorette. I guess you probably invited her before things got worse. Maybe more things happened, but it is clear you don't F with them. Don't fake it. Don't try like you're trying to make things way better. I don't think that you do want to. I don't think that you do want to. If everybody around you feels that way, I do not want to believe that Teresa is like on an island of her own trying to make it up with her brother. The lines are clear. Y'all don't F with them. I feel like Teresa was trying to like fake things, especially when she told Louis that the camera was there. She didn't want people to know people to know so that she can keep on acting like she really want peace to happen. She does not want peace to happen. We're all being able to gauge that. This is a confirmation. She was caught red-handed, and her kids are not even bothered. They're like, I don't want them there. Period. And during that time, she get there. She's surprised. They do the surprise thing here. At some point, she says thank you to everybody, but Melissa, like, when you say thanks to all your sister-in-law, include the girl. She's the only sister-in-law you have on your side. Include the girl. Thank you for coming. I'm glad for you to be there. We're moving on to better pasture. The girl felt bad, and people came to her and told her, oh, Teresa is not nice to you and stuff like that. And at this point, it's going to be very hard for me to believe that Teresa is not doing this on purpose, right? Like, she is doing it on purpose. She knows what she's doing. She's the star of the show. She knows how this works. She knows that her not mentioning Melissa is going to make Melissa upset. People talk and people wagging. She knows, and they did exactly as she planned. So then, at some point, Dolores asked Danielle what she thought about the situation with the ladies. Danielle said that now she knows how to act with Rachel and everything. Rachel seems to want to move on because even it's not that big of a deal to her. And I kind of understand Rachel. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you said now you know how to deal with her, so y'all can be okay for the sake of the show. Then at some point, we have Jennifer's daughter coming to Teresa here.
Teresa, hi. I have something you need to wear for this next event. Okay.
And I'm like, the way she speaks, it's like she's a little madame. Like, she's a 45-year-old trapped in an 80-year-old body. And then they do the dancing around Teresa, and it is the end. So yeah, y'all, that was my review of episode 13. Teresa, you got caught red-handed, and that's probably why Joe and Melissa didn't end up coming to your wedding. I don't really know, but they were right not to come because obviously you don't F with them. How you gonna invite Margaret and all people you don't like, and you're not gonna invite your own brother and his wife? Obviously, you don't F with them. And I think at this point, I don't want to hear about y'all fighting anymore. Just do your thing outside of the show. And if you're gonna be on the show, y'all need to bring a different storyline. Let me all know what you think in the comment, y'all. And for those of you that are new, hey, welcome. And I invite you to, And for those of you that have been here with me, supporting me, thank you all so much. And I'll see you all next week. Bye.